Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, a cruise ship has to go in for dry dock to get repaired, but it's still sailing in some of the roughest seas that anywhere in the world. And then we also have a cruise ship that broke away from its moorings and caused a lot of havoc with the ferry system, and a country right now that is being devastated by rainfall and floods. And I was just there recently. So much to talk about. So the first story we have is the Seabourn Venture, and it is a expedition luxury cruise ship. Does a lot of sailings in Antarctica, so it's down around Cape Horn, and those are some pretty darn rough seas a lot of the times. Well, they have issues with their stabilizer system where it's not functioning properly. Now, if you're not sure what stabilizers are, those are the electronic computer-run fins that are on the sides of the ships. They can be brought in calm weather and the ship can sail quickly. If the seas start getting rough, they stick out and come out from the side of the ship and they stabilize the ship from going side to side. Not up and down so much, but side to side. You're gonna stop the rocking and things like that. Well, complaints have been coming in since December on this ship saying people are like on huge rocking ships. And no wonder, if you're sailing to Antarctica and you're sailing in those waters, there are gonna be some rough seas, folks. And this is not an Oasis class ship. This is a small expedition cruise ship. So the company has decided to send the ship into dry dock. It's gonna get the stabilizers repaired on April 7th, between April 7th and April 30th, which leaves February, March, that they'll still be sailing with stabilizers not working. That does not bode well for the people sailing in those months because they're still doing, currently it's on I believe a 12-day sailing down to Antarctica. And so it's going to hit some rough seas at some point. So if you're on that ship in the upcoming weeks, be prepared, bring your seasickness pills, and hang on. Now, passengers affected by the cruise being canceled and everything will get full refunds. The whole list is, they said the refunds will include flights, hotels, transferred onboard amenities, shore excursions, and other non-purchases. Non-cruise purchases. Whatever that means. And they also say they're going to reimburse things that are traditionally non-refundable. So at least they're doing that. Plus they're going to give people a 25% future cruise credit to be used before the end of December of 2023. So you have the rest of the year to rebook the cruise. And it appears that you're going to get all your money back, which is a good situation. You can't complain about something like that. But now let's talk about a cruise ship that broke its moorings and caused havoc in the city harbor. And then we also have to talk about what's happening in that area because it's affecting a lot of cruisers. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with all things cruising. We're going to tell you about the good stories, the bad stories. We're going to comment on some things that we agree with and disagree with in the cruising industry. And you get to weigh in and let us know what you think as well. Not all cruises are perfect, but cruise vacations are, as far as I'm concerned, as close as you can get. So I enjoy cruising so much. I hope you'll join us here on the channel. I'll keep you up to date as best I can with all the current happenings in the cruising industry. And I really do hope you'll join us by hitting that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Okay. In Auckland, New Zealand, they are having record-breaking rainfall and flooding throughout. In fact, Auckland Airport was shut down and may not reopen until Saturday because of flooding at the airport, as you can see from some of the pictures I'm showing you here. Also, people in different areas of New Zealand, because the roads have been washed away and the transportation system, you can't get there, are stranded now in their cars with no accommodation, and the police are using emergency and the evacuation system. The state of emergency has been declared, and they are trying to get these people out to safety. It's a huge problem going on right now in a lot of the areas in New Zealand. And when we were there not too long ago, just a few weeks ago, it rained almost every single day we were there. Remember, the typhoon was coming in and we had to miss cruise ports on the MS Noodam. Well, you know why you don't go into a cruise port with heavy winds and everything? Because things like what just happened in Auckland can happen, and that's right, the MS Noodam broke away from her moorings and started floating around the harbor. Now the crew reacted immediately and quickly, got the engines were running, and they stabilized themselves, they dropped anchor. It wasn't in any danger of hitting other ships or anything like that, but it did disrupt the ferries, who are so used to just zooming and zipping and around to where they're going. It caused a little bit of a havoc, but the Noodam happily has set sail and is currently on course for her next destination. So no damage to the ship, everyone was safe, but it's always scary when a ship breaks its mooring, because when you walk by a cruise ship and you look up and you see those thick ropes, and there's like multiple ropes all hanging on to the ship, you just gotta think how powerful the wind had to be to push that ship away from the dock. That just lets you know what kind of weather systems they're having currently in New Zealand. So the airport is closed currently, nothing's going in, so this is a final destination for the cruise. For many cruise ships, a lot of cruise ships set sail from there, and yeah, people can't get in, people can't get home. So it's disrupting a lot of cruise passengers as well. And hotels are filling up because some people can't get to where they live or where they were going because the road systems have shut down and the transportation shut down. Even an Elton John concert was recently canceled after a ton of people drove to the city to get there and then found out they got stranded because they couldn't get home. And there's been a lot of hassle and flack over that. So my thoughts are going out to everybody in New Zealand. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you're not stranded. I'm glad the MS Noodam, that no physical damage happened to the ship. I'm glad it didn't cause any damage to other ships, especially any smaller ships in the area, because a cruise ship, Runaway cruise ship, is no match, shall we say, for any private yacht or sailboat or ferry boat. They're in trouble. The cruise ship's gonna win every single time. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.